Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Crosshairs, the show at ThePrint, where we discuss the big ongoing national or regional security issue. I'm joined today by the eminent columnist, Marvi Sinmad, who's joining us from the United States today, and Murtaza Solangi, editor and author. Thank you both for taking the time. My first question to you, Marvi. Looking at this from a distance, very, very confusing. Is Pakistani liberalism now finally dependent on the army to secure constitutional democracy in Pakistan? Or is this another Machiavellian army move to crack down on the political system?
Thank you, Praveen. I think it's a very good question. But Pakistani liberalism is not dependent on any of this, I think. And I don't think, Pakistani liberals are as diverse as can any community, any group could be. For example, on this panel as well, I have been part of at least, I think, one discussion in past week with Murtaza Solangi, and both of us stand on, we have a different opinion on what should happen and what is happening right now. So liberalism is not dependent upon army, certainly not dependent upon army calling the shots. Secondly, I think it would be very simplistic to draw these kind of conclusions, because gone are the days when Pakistani politics or Pakistani situation could be described by binaries like pro-establishment, anti-establishment, pro-democracy, anti-democracy, etc. Now there are wheels within wheels, and so many wheels that it's very difficult to decipher this code that we call Pakistan. Right now, I don't think there is any battle going on for the supremacy of democracy or the constitution, or there is any resistance going on the part of Imran Khan or his party against for the civilian supremacy and against the military's control of Pakistani politics. I don't think anything of this sort is happening. What is happening is sheer game of self-interest, vested interest, people who have greater stakes in the system. They are trying to get a better share of the pie. And that is what is happening within the establishment, military establishment, so-called military establishment as well, and in the judiciary as well.
Murtaza, I'm guessing you don't agree with the thesis that this is just cynical play for power, with the army bringing down one guy, propping up the other guy. I think, would argue that there is some principle here in this effort to bring down Imran Khan.
In politics, probably there's only one principle, that there are no principles. Of course, it's a power struggle. But I don't think that it's as simple as we see it. The very fact that it has taken the current government and the establishment more than a year to crack this coconut shows how deeply entrenched this project Imran was, and it still is. There's still resistance from a part of the state system to somehow save Imran Khan.
Which part of the state system?
State system is very complex. It does not only include the hardcore muscle, it includes bureaucracy, it includes judiciary, and you see the signs all over the place. However, right now, as we speak, it looks like Imran's party is collapsing like a deck of cards. But I don't think that the politics of Imran Khan would just vanquish or wither away. It will stay. There would be pockets of the society even parts of what you call liberals will somehow latch on to his quote-unquote anti-establishment mantra. It is a difficult choice for people who have struggled for civilian supremacy and constitution and rule of law to take sides. It's not easy because Imran till date has not condemned the forces who have weakened democracy. And even for the current political class that's ruling, it's not a very pleasant situation.
So just hold that thought for half a second, and I'll take that to Marvi. When we look at this party cracking, breaking apart, collapsing, is there any doubt in your mind that this is happening principally because of coercion? Or is it a case of people who rode on this tide of Imran charisma leaving a sinking ship?
Yeah, bits of both, probably. Because see, the people who are leaving the party, they were dragged towards this party in the same, almost in the same manner. Some of them came as early as 2011, 2010, like Asad Omar, and some of them came later towards the general election 2018. But I think why I say bits of both is because coercion, the element of coercion is there, because these people could have left immediately after Imran Khan was deposed, and his so-called resistance against the military establishment started. These people had enough time, 1.5 years, probably 1 year, to leave the party, but they're leaving it now when the military crackdown. It's very, very clear that it's a military crackdown that has unleashed on PTI. Why I say that it might not just be the coercion, it might be their own decision, is also because there is a rumor, very strong rumor doing round in Pakistan for last almost few days, that PTI, Imran Khan's political party, might be banned or rendered, proscribed. In that case, whosoever would be the member of that party on the day of proscription will be automatically disqualified for a number of years, probably 4 or 5 years, according to the law. So in order to save themselves from completely annihilated, decimated from the politics, they are, for the time being, there. Some of them are saying we have resigned from the politics at all, and or some of them have said from the party. But I think there is also a discussion going on within the powers that be, who are calling the shots right now, that one option is that at least 2 more parties will be carved out of this entire mess, at least in Punjab. And also there is an option that PTI, in whatever form, would be left without Imran Khan, would be given a chance to resurrect itself under the able leadership of the likes of Asad Omar, or maybe Shah Mahmood Qureshi, or maybe these people. So there are, what military establishment has learned from the Project Imran is that they will not put all their eggs in one basket.
Okay. So, Murtaza, just to take that eggs in one basket thing, Pakistan's been through this cycle where Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif is brought down by the military when it's convenient. President Zardari, Prime Minister Zardari, going through much the same thing in his own time with that whole Memogate thing. What is there to rejoice about in the bringing down of Imran Khan? Surely this weakens and hollows out democracy, just like those earlier palace coups did. The generals will be laughing today.
It's not as simple as you narrated. This is not the first time an elected leader is facing the wrath. You just mentioned Nawaz Sharif, who was removed 3 times. People's Party, when Benazir Bhutto was alive, twice she became prime minister, she was thrown out twice. But there's a difference, qualitative difference. And that difference is that each time when Nawaz and People's Party leaders were removed or they faced the music, they somehow were able to join hands with other democratic parties, civil society, human rights organizations, media. There's not a single peek at what is happening to Imran Khan and his party from inside, from those political parties. I don't see anybody. And the reason is that Imran project was built on the basis that everybody is a criminal. They're all chor daku. I am the Messiah. That Messiah syndrome, that great man on the horseback, he will come and liberate Pakistanis. The Saladin, the Qutbuddin Abbott.
Okay, but surely the way to prove that those claims are wrong is at an election, not through banning or arresting political leaders.
Nobody has banned PTI, and I don't see any chances of PTI being banned.
Marvi, would you agree that this sort of hollows out democracy even further and puts the generals in the driving seat? Or do you believe Imran's charisma and the mass popularity is shown will continue to influence events in Pakistan? I mean, all said and done, people did throw stones at soldiers and, steal peacocks from corps commanders' houses. So he clearly has some degree of support.
Yeah, I think Imran Khan's populism has damaged Pakistan in so many ways that we can't even, describe in properly right now. It's he has damaged Pakistan's society. He has damaged Pakistani state. He has damaged democracy. He has damaged democratic institutions. All institutions, in fact, even those who are not so democratic. So all the institutions हिला के रख दिया उसने सारे पाकिस्तान को उसके populism ने. So his populism is very dangerous and needs to be dealt with. Should be no two opinions about that. But the way it is being dealt with is, I think, it has put us in that classic cliched between the devil and the deep sea. On one hand, we have Imran Khan's populism, and on the other hand, we have the unabashed control of the military on the politics. The military is showing that who calls the shot. Military is showing humse jo takrayega pash ho jayega. Military is showing all the signs that they have no intention of losing that control or diluting that control. And we, in vengeance of Imran Khan and his populism, because his populism has not just damaged democracy in Pakistan, it has damaged the liberal thought, it has damaged feminism, it has damaged gender equality, it has damaged the class, the poor classes in more ways than we can think. I think because of that, we are. Who can blame us if we say that Imran Khan's populism needs to be decimated? But how it is being dealt is, my question is that this is counterproductive. Military has absolutely no business to decide what party should remain, what politician should remain, and they have no business in coercing politicians out of politics or towards one particular party, like they made PTI. So when they were making PTI, we were all in unison. We were saying it's wrong. I would say that it's wrong what is happening today. It should not happen this way. The way to deal with Imran Khan is political and through rule of law. Whatever law is applicable needs to be invoked, and Imran Khan should be made to face the law. I understand that judges are making it impossible for the government to do it, but government has to make make it possible to deal Imran Khan the way a political mess needs to be dealt in a democratic country. They are endorsing a hybrid system dominated by the military.
So, Murtaza, I want to sort of ask, what is a Pakistani on the street meant to make of this entire spectacle? You have a political crisis unfolding with the military at a time when the Pakistani rupee is touching 300 to the dollar, a deep economic crisis, and a government that doesn't seem to have any way out of this mess. We've been hearing about an IMF bailout for weeks, if not months now, that doesn't seem to have been negotiated. Surely this will only strengthen the populism of Imran Khan, no matter how toxic.
Common man is crushed by this economic meltdown, the inflation, the unemployment. So the only entertainment they have got in this very sad times is these shenanigans on social media and mainstream TV of these unending press conferences where all these so-called Bolshevik leaders of PTI are jumping the ship. So, but I do not agree that this sad situation of economy will somehow push people to jump on the bandwagon of Imran Khan, who today has said, well, I don't want to go abroad, just take me to the beautiful mountains of Pakistan, the northern Pakistan.
So, he said he'd like Pakistan to be a skiing destination, I understand.
Yeah, with the security situation and the religious bigotry that he championed, how many tourists will come to Pakistan? I would ask you and Marvi Sarnet about it.
Marvi, in the longer term, is this crisis and the fact that it's taken a year for the army to crack down on this, tell us that the hold of the Pakistan army is in some ways permanently weakening. After all, it didn't take them a year to dislodge Nawaz Sharif. It did not take them a year to execute Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. But this time, a lot of rumors of fissures within, indecision on the path forward. Is there a little bit of, if you like, silver lining to what you would see as a cloud?
See, I don't think army took a year. Army was not able to do it before, and it took 1 year for army to finally being able to do it. I think they did not decide to do the crackdown like it is doing right now. It was, it might be because of various factors, and one of them might be their internal strife among the generals, and the difference of opinion between the rank and file and probably the upper echelons of the army. It can be a number of reasons. There's elements within the system, the entire system, not just the military, the entire system, the civil bureaucracy, the police force, the judiciary, the civil society, for example, the lawyers associations, the media organizations, not just the media houses, but the journalists associations, the doctors associations, all professional bodies, even the women's bodies. You see, there is so much of polarization and a predominant, predominant element from among these organizations. They are for standing up for Imran Khan, not now, not as we speak, maybe people are not now, they are becoming more careful to speak for Imran Khan, but there have been this kind of polarization for last 1.5 year. So the military, and also I don't think military had decided to completely decimate PTI at any point in time before 9th of May. I think the internal decision might be to let PTI go, but dry up the support of the military and dry up the support of, try to control the support of the judiciary, etc. But they had just pulled the ladder from underneath Imran Khan's feet or PTI's. I think that changed with 9th of May. But my question would remain, if they have decided, the military has decided to decimate a political party, I don't actually consider PTI a political party. It's just a cult. I think it is wrong to compare PTI with the hardships of Nawaz Sharif or hardships of People's Party, because they were not, although People's Party is sort of a cult as well, but very different from how Imran Khan was built. So I don't think Imran Khan built any political party. Bhanmati ka kunba tha, idhar ki int idhar ka roda. Iske saath, with all this backdrop, PTI being decimated does not pose a great, beautiful picture for the other political parties. I think the hardships of these political parties will increase because the stronghold of military will increase with how military has decided to decimate the PTI.
Final word to you, Murtaza. In a democracy, there are two ways to settle a problem ultimately, or in any state. You can have a coup or you can have an election. What do you see going forward? Is there going to be an election one of these days, or is there going to be the equivalent of whatever a coup is in a hybrid system?
I think Murtaza would be able to, because I don't see any election happening anytime soon, but Murtaza would be better person to.
We will have elections as scheduled. They are due in October, but I'm hearing that probably a day or so before the term expires, they'll dissolve the assembly to give the caretaker government 3 months instead of 2 months. So in that case, we will have elections in November, but I don't see Imran Khan as a person contesting that elections. PTI will be there to contest, and most probably they'll be part of the parliament when the National Assembly convenes after the election.
And a quick word, Marvi, do you agree with that assessment, or do you think it's going to play out differently?
I don't think I'm the best person to make that assessment. I feel that because of various factors, we might not have elections in October or November. But I would not challenge the opinion of Murtaza Solanki, because he's sitting there and he's a better place to make that opinion.
Great. Thank you so much for joining me and making the time. I know you're at opposite ends of the world and many time zones. And thank you for this fascinating glimpse into the very different points of view people watching Pakistan have. Stay safe, and we'll be delighted for the opportunity to have you both back on Crosshairs soon. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you.